ain't big enough for the both of us. You're sure right, boy.
I hate you so much. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CSC Challenger Series Division 2, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. What a great third place match we have for you. I'm Sean Green. Nick Teixeira is not on the controls tonight. That's Will Stewart, who we hate. Nick, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this matchup. It's third place of the season. It's Will Stewart on controls. Let's be honest, I should have called Haley. That was my fault. No, we got John Edwards saying on Corey Beck, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this one will play out tonight. Because let's be honest, they both got a lot of skin in this game right now.
Well, I mean, it's the third place match. There's a lot on the line here. The winner gets $1,000, or the loser gets $1,000, which is nice. Winner $500 added as a potential bonus, and going for that $2,500 prize. And listen, for Corey Beck, he's trying to ensure a Minnesota final, a Legends bar final, where we're going to have our first two-time champion of Division 2. Or is John Edwards, who has the highest PPD in this season.
Yeah, no, I mean, John does have a... Yeah, no, you got there. Well, let's be so frank about everything, right? John Edwards did not perform the way he was expected to in that seat match. I guarantee you, he went and hit the board hard ever since. He is thinking about the fact that Brett Holiday said that he was going to win the seat and that Corey was going to win in the third place match. This is all stuff that's going to be playing on John's mind, and I think that is fuel for the fire for toys tonight. But of course, I know for a fact there's plenty of people there saying, what if we had an in-person final for the CSC? That's something that we've not seen before. And that would also guarantee that there'd be a first two-time champion Division 2. There's a lot riding on tonight.
Yeah, man, I just said all of that you just repeated, and that's awesome. But I do want to point out, I do think that John does not care about what Brett said to him 3 weeks ago. John's like the most easygoing, down to earth person. I don't even think he's worried about like losing. Okay, he's like, oh man, that's fine. I'll just fight back at the end. And I think he's going to be there. And it's going to be up to the fact that, will his power be able to defeat Corey's scrappiness? And I think that Corey has shown a will to survive in this tournament.
Well, and I think that won't play a lot of factors on John. He's going to come into this pretty much just, oh, I'm John, and it's going to come down to Corey's scrappiness.
I hate you. Can we go to the tape of our two players? Why? All right. So Nightmare, which is what I'm dealing with tonight, is playing for Midwest Coin at Legends Bar. He's been playing for 30 plus years. His average heading into this is a 4.72. He's 341 on the All-Star rank list. And he's throwing those dead man darts, which is what Will and Nick are going to be. Nightmare 18.5 gram darts for Corey. And he also has 27 9 marks with 4 white horses, 99 7 marks, and 135 5 marks in just 80 games played.
Yeah, you're talking about a former Division 2 winner here. You're talking about someone that has shown some of the most consistency I think we've seen out of any of our Division 2 players that have been on the stream as much as Corey has been. I'm very impressed with him every single time he shows up to it. And he's going to have reasonable expectations of thinking that he's going to be meeting his good friend in the finals here.
Well, let's head on over to the person that's going to try and stop that. Tell us a little bit about toys.
Yeah, Toys playing for Excel Entertainment out of the Cute and Feather Again location, playing for 30 plus years. Both these guys have been playing for the same amount of time there, way too long, if you ask me. Averaging a 4.89 and 7.55 on the also rank list. Then there's Q-Soul, Keith West, 20 gram darts, and there's probably a bunch of other stats I was supposed to write down that Sean's going to say now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to point out the most impressive thing about our stream tonight, not a single typo has been done to this evening. A 4.89 is what John Edwards has, with 34 9 marks with 4 white horses, 107 7 marks, and 129 5 marks in just 73 games played. So that scoring power has been there more than Corey Beck in 7 less games. So John should have the advantage tonight. We're going to see if that actually happens.
Yeah, it all is not about the numbers at this point. It's all about mentality. It's all about who is on tonight and who brings their A game, who brings their B game. Both these guys, if they bring their A game, this is going the full distance.
Yep.
But tonight, I am going to probably lean towards John Edwards and a 9-7 win.
All right. I'm happy that you did that because I was already prepared to take Corey Beck. And I think it is going to be 9-7 Corey. I think he's going to have a timely round where he scraps through a leg and gets the job done to get that advantage and gets that job done 9-7. However, you can see Brett Hollanday is there watching his friend play. Let's talk about the rules and specific format for the CSC Challenger Series. Double elimination style tournament. This is the third place match. The loser is out. The winner goes to the finals. Simple as that. The players will play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match. That's what you're seeing right here. Corey, only 60, is not going to get the start with that. If either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until the deficit is reduced to 2 legs. That is that PPD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance,
and we go for speed,
those players will cork for start in that last leg decider. As you see, John Edwards takes it out in 2 darts to get the start there. Correctionville, Iowa at the Hue and Feather again.
I'm really curious to see how tonight's going to shape up. I know we gave our predictions already to kind of hype this up a little bit, but I really do think out of all Division II matches, this is going to be one of the hardest ones to call. If this has more than a 2-leg separation at any point in the match, I would be shocked.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, well, this type of power right here because it's going to exist tonight. This is where tonight and next week, there's not going to be much difference between Division I and Division II in a lot of these legs. It'll be like 1 or 2 off legs for both players that will get that average down to like less than a 5. However, we could easily see both players shoot over a 5 tonight to get to the finals to play against Brett Hollanday.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. Again, nothing really separating these guys at the end of the day as far as ability. It's all about timing. Corey, he'll talk about it more in his interview later, but he went into that Dwayne match saying, I have the lead. I want to start really getting aggressive here, and I'm going to play more aggressive than I typically ever do. And he is going to try to throw a lot of change-up pitches tonight. He said that that's going to be part of his strategy. And John, I think he's just going to try to hit the floor running and get himself settled early on.
Well, he has hit the floor running, that's for sure. And Rick Hinsey, I love this. Let's face it. Corey is going to play weird and start off slow, then figure it out for the win.
Reasonable analysis from the Juggernaut.
It really is.
I don't mind.
Those Minnesotans know each other.
I don't mind the call for Corey Beck getting this win. I think that there's a lot riding on this for Corey and Brett. I think that they can lock this in for a guaranteed win going to Legends Bar. That would be something, especially with Brett's win last go round.
And again, having the in-person finals is a big aspect as we get.
Boom goes the dynamite for Corey Beck, the first of the evening.
Yeah, to have an all-in-person final sounds like an absolutely thrilling experience where we get to watch the audience not know who to cheer for because they're cheering for both. But
we're
really
all going,
think
right?
Oh, what? We're all going. Yeah,
we're just going to do it live there. Yeah, let's broadcast live there.
Right there. Yeah, it's easy.
Boom.
But I think the other thing is, I mean, think about it. It's 9 seasons in. We not have a 2-time champion at this point. Granted, we're more likely than ever with Brett in the seat, but that's fascinating that it's never happened at this point, considering we've had a lot of repeat competitors.
Yeah, and we've had so many repeat winners in Division One, different repeat winners in Division One. I think we've had 4 repeat winners.
Yeah,
out of
Leonard
the 9
Gates,
seasons.
Mike Maloney, and well, not Danny.
3.
Yeah.
Leonard Gates, Mike Maloney. Is that it?
Huh.
Mike's won 3 times. Who are the other 4 winners? Okay. Ram.
Ram
Danny.
was 1. Danny was 1. Kenny was 1.
Jules? Did Jules win? No. Oh, that leaves this season, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Expert commentary from Nick and Sean tonight. Will, take it away.
Yep. It's all Will's show tonight. We actually just showed up just to do this intro, and then we're gonna leave him by himself.
Are you craving something delicious? How about a nice cool?
Never mind. Never mind. He's done already.
Thanks, Will Stewart.
I won't save. I will save the chat from all of that. That was a good rhyme. Corey Beck is looking to win this first leg, and that is saying a lot as John started off really on fire. And again, Corey Beck, that scrappy player, he's throwing a 5.33 right now, though. Huge.
Yeah, and it's slow start from Corey, fast start from John, and it kind of equaled out there. John needs to get himself settled into this match if he's going to be able to best the experienced veteran as far as a live stream winner on this show. Of course, they're both equally experienced on the dartboard itself, but the show just hits a little bit different, and Corey's been in this position enough times now.
I think the term you're trying to use is the slaps.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like that. Slaps is terrible barbecue, though.
It's not the best.
No. 2 bowls
Slaps
needed for Mr. Beck. He's going to go ahead and slap in one more, and he does do so with a double.
Yeah, nightmare start for Corey Beck in a good way. 1-0 lead against John Edwards. Well, because he is Nightmare. So if it's a nightmare start, that's great.
The Nightmare won this. No. All right, bringing back Will Stewart for round 2.
John to start us off here for this one.
Yeah. I like how he's using like his fake announcer voice too.
You can see John Edwards finding the 20 early on. Can he go ahead and load it up to start leg number 2? Not quite, but he'll do fine with a 7.
Well, let's see how Corey Beck responds. Oh, he's not going to do all of what he wanted to do there. That is for sure only a 3 mark from Mr. Beck. Back over to you, John Edwards.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this bit the whole time.
Yeah,
I thought about it for a second.
That's awful.
It was game over. Again, though, John, he is someone that really thinks that he should be in this title position. I think he's or in a position to try to get the title in the final, I should say, right? He's had the season and the data to back it up. When we saw similar performances, the one that stands out to me is when Brett Holliday got his first title and potentially on track for his second. That was the type of season he had. So if you're John, how frustrated are you about how the King seat went?
I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you show up and darts is darts. And John knows that. He's been playing for this game for long enough to where he's forgotten that night. That night doesn't exist to him anymore. He knows that 2 hours later, he was a different dart player than he was during that 2-hour span against Brett Holliday. And if you're Brett, you feel very lucky that you got that version of John Edwards in that King seat match. And you are not looking to get that version, or you're not going to look to see John Edwards in the final because you're not going to get that version again. So I definitely understand why he's rooting for his friend here.
I think that's very fair to say is Corey, I really like what he did there. Took that extra second, was loosening up the arms, was trying to take a deep breath, knowing that, yes, this leg is 9
He's
times
getting
out of
hooked
10.
in this leg. I don't like very much of the things that he's done in this one. Yeah.
No, but I like the reset there. I like the little bit of a mental clear up and just saying, let's go ahead and try to get things back going. Again.
All right, this is where you decide, are you going to go 9 mark or are you going at the hat trick?
Should definitely be for the bowl here. 63-point difference. You're asking yourself to hit 6 bowls. That's too big of an ask. If 5 is stretching it, 4 is the one that becomes enticing. He's going to go ahead and swing it.
This is exactly, so this situation, again, this is my favorite Jeremiah Millar story, is watching him at Indiana State with Cat Morley, and it's mixed doubles, and they're in the final, and I overhear him look at Cat and go, do you think you can hit 3 in the black or a white horse? Which one do you think you have a better chance of hitting? And she's like, white horse. She goes, all right, then try that. It's like, at that point, you have to do one or the other.
No, agreed. No matter what, you're asking for a favor in that position every single time. I just think if just boiling down to math, just the percentage on hitting 6 bull, no matter how good you are, no matter how elite you are, is just low enough where I would rather focus on trying to get ahead on the bulls and hope that they have an error hitting single bull miss, like we just saw there from John.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Well, he gets the job done. 4-5. Woo!
Yeah, that's a wipe off the sweat there for a moment there. It's still no game shot available if you got to return, Corey, that is. But in either case, it's one apiece now to get things rolling. And it's going to be interesting to see who will get that first sign of control. Because right now it's strong arm, but the other guy kind of going in weak. It's going to be interesting once they get to the same level at the same time.
Yeah, that's actually the first leg that Corey's going first in. He broke the throw in leg number 1. So now has that opportunity that he's given himself to keep that one leg advantage and have the better chance. Another break a throw at some point, and he extends that out to where John would have to break at some point. Loser start is interesting because it's almost like an extra leg difference for the break. And it's still on, but Corey in the driver's seat here.
Yeah,
Chat, what do you got in this one?
Who's going to take the car? Yeah, let us know, people. Let us know.
We've seen some score lines in there. I got a lot of Corey fans. We got some Toys fans. Speaking of which, I want to give a happy early birthday to my soon-to-be 4-year-old daughter, Savannah. Yeah, we went shopping this evening for her birthday gifts, and she spent about $160 of my money, but it was well worth it. She's even shared with her sister already, so
that's pretty fun. And sharing, that's better than me and ever, honestly.
Yeah.
This is true. When I was about 4 years old, my dad and mom came up to me and asked if I wanted a little brother or sister. Supposedly I turned to them and said, no, I don't want to share my toys. And that's why I'm an only child.
Yeah, that's why.
Just let me have it.
Is that your dad's story?
That's a big 8 mark there from John Edwards. An absolute clincher to save me from this conversation topic we were going down.
You did the whole thing yourself. Because if Corey can match, boom goes the dynamite on the 18th once again for Corey Beck. Saved by the boom.
6 playing a 6 right now. Some change on both sides.
Joe Hildebrand, I'm taking the Pride of Correctionville, Iowa, 9-5. Is that close to Winchesterton, Fieldville? I'm asking for a friend.
Like a fake name. The movie reference, I'm not kidding.
We mentioned this on Monday.
Yes,
so where were you?
Is.
Like, why are you not paying attention to us when we speak?
After over 100 shows, do you think I listen to every word you guys say?
It's been well over 100. Like, hasn't it been like 200 at this point?
20 shows a season on average, 9 seasons. So it's almost there.
Yep. Yeah, don't sell us short. I've had to deal with you for way longer than this. Jay Fouché. Well, I thought you'd never ask. If you want to get involved, all you got to go is to dartstoc.com and check out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. And if you're not seeing anything in your area, just have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, you can sign up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing 1 or more leagues a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today.
Another massive 7 there from Corey, fully holding on to his throw right now and putting John in a position where he has to bed the 16s and hope for forgiveness in a leg where he's starting 5-4 against the throw. Normally, the stats say that should be enough to get you in the leg, but Corey's doing a lot right now.
What? I'm just kidding. You actually were fine. I'm the one who has been messing up this whole entire evening. As Corey's looking at the 15s. Oh, just staying way out in front. 6.29 in this one, Nick.
Yeah, that's a great standard. Just do that the whole night, and you'll win Division 1.
Jay, if I had a nickel for every time I saw that.
Justin asking a great
asking
question. How many booms tonight?
Yeah. 14.5.
Interesting. Me sitting in Will Stewart's chair, I want to think.
Where'd the score line go?
That's a bold prediction. Oh, shoot. I know you guys can't hear that, but I love it when Will's in the background so much.
This is obviously some programming from Nick once again here.
It's weird because Haley runs it fine.
Well, it's weird because you probably got these two lined up in sync together, I bet you.
Dylan, I got you, buddy.
Sure.
Don't you worry about that. And Nick. Guys, I'm just a fan with you guys.
In for me, man.
Yeah, Nick is on the road. He's in South Carolina. Is that right? Are you already there?
Yep. Myrtle Beach. No, I came in
earlier Myrtle
today.
Beach? Yeah. You can stop talking the rest of the night. As Corey does win that leg, 2-1 league now for Corey Beck over John Edwards. Myrtle Beach, you kidding me? God, so beautiful. All right, here we go.
Great.
John Edwards starting off leg number 4.
To circle back, though, as sitting in Will Stewart's chair, if I had to give a prediction at 9 marks tonight, I'm going to go, assuming this is going the distance, I'm going to go probably 17.5. I'm going to go a little bit above you there by 3.
Well, sometimes you say things that are correct, and then sometimes you say stuff like that.
I'm
only
in
a
Will
6-mark
Stewart's
start
chair.
from John Edwards. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, 6 March opens. That's seems to be the recipe we're seeing tonight so far from whoever's going first. Not a bad recipe.
Yeah, it's not, but you definitely want more 7 marks than you want 6 marks. That's for sure. Now we're seeing them unlucky, right? They're wiring out into the treble bid next door, like that one right there. So, I mean, you just got to keep firing.
No, agreed. Of course they want a 7. Of course they want an 8. Of course they want a 9, right? But if you're going on an opening shot and you're hitting 2 trebles, that at least guarantees a 9 mark can't flip the script from the start. And that's the one thing tonight that will be the difference maker between these two. Who will hit that timing shot? Who will hit that big swing? Because I really don't predict this to have more than a 2-leg spread at any point. I think that is the furthest apart they will get from each other. And if I'm wrong, then timing's not as crucial. It just means that some guy has the stronger arm tonight. But I really do think that these guys are going to be going on all cylinders the whole night.
I mean, it's hard to argue with what you're saying there. I'm just going to say it. However, I feel like we've been surprised all season long. We saw it in the King Seat match, right? We've seen it in the Alex Spellman matches the past 2 weeks on Monday when we thought they were going to be closer than they ended up being. And it could be something where that happens tonight, but I agree with you. I do not see that happening. I think both these guys have the motivation, the needed motivation to stay in it no matter what.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that there with Alex Spellman. Just for those that aren't familiar, haven't been keeping up with the
boom goes the dynamite
gossip of the CSC Challenger Series. Alex Spellman did have to forfeit his 3rd place match. He is going to the Grand Slam of Darts. He was aware of this. PPD worked with him and said, hey, play as many matches as you can, and if you can't make it, you can't make it. And so after winning the 4th place match, he did have to dip out, which means that next week is just the finals week. It is all finals. Yep. And I'm looking forward to seeing another Ram Mike final. I'm looking forward to seeing one of these gentlemen take on Brett Hollanday.
Yeah, I am too. Both finals are going to live up to the billing of being great finals. Of course, for those of you making sure, Alex did get karma right away. He plays Luke Humphries on Saturday, and then he plays the, maybe winner of Michael Smith and Nathan Aspinall, and that's his group. So he hopefully brings his A game there because he's going to need it against those fellers, and then maybe something.
That was an expert level shot there from Corey Beck. I just got to praise that. He saw the X from John Edwards, even though John had the 17s as well, decided to contest, found 4, and it was able to hit the swing. So yes, John now has the 16s, but it's a 2-house advantage and gives Corey a lot more opportunities to control this leg and take it away from him.
And Corey has destroyed the 18s tonight.
That was such a good shot selection. I mean, it's risky. You have to know you have that 17 in your back pocket, but clearly he knew where all his darts were going. Bam, again.
Big third. 5-8-3, playing a 5-1-7. This is what we talked about, Nick. Then both turning it on at the same time.
Well, and again, it's the timing shots, though. When you have these opportunities for a last start big trip to try to swing something and they're hitting, that's dangerous, let alone when you're hitting them back to back. Yeah, I didn't want to see that scoreboard anymore anyways. That's fine. Well, you can take it away. We don't want it.
Corey.
Wait.
3-1 lead for Corey Beck. So, well, we're getting closer to Nick already being wrong after 5 legs. That would be crazy. Right? No? Okay.
I don't think it's gonna. Okay, let's reset here. Let's reset here real quick. Let's just.
No, you can't reset now.
Let's all just sit down. Let's take a breath and acknowledge that John Edwards is going to do strong arm this with a 6.31 average this leg. John, I need you to hit a couple more triples for me to sound smart.
Only a 4-mark start for John Edwards. Opens up the door right away for Corey Beck. And if you guys are ever wondering why, usually it's Will and I. You know, Nick's much better at pushing buttons.
Take that
compared to Will, you know. And Will is much better at talking. In smart ways.
All right, the rest of the show tonight will be covered by Ryan Mooneyham and Jen Mounts.
Yes.
Hello, welcome in. The 18th
See ya.
Good 7 there from John. Regains control after the early misstep. Corey's going to be kicking himself because he really wants to capitalize on these 4-mark opens. And these 18s that were so trusty, not being very friendly right now, all over that wire.
Yeah, that's a brutal round that could have easily been a 9. Reagan, what's up, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Next event for Nick Durachi to share is the Bull Shooter in South Carolina this weekend. Guys, it's going to be a great time. Make sure you tune in. Him and Gordon are going to be on the call. And South Carolina has a lot of unique talent that goes there. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, this is a very interesting Bull Shooter stop because I always feel like this field is wide open. We saw that where Catherine Aites went on her great run. I love seeing that. To see, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. Joey Johnrow and Brian Langley in the finals of the pro singles was also really cool. It's cool to see the different faces out here in Myrtle. I believe Shay Cole's going to be back here this year.
She should. I hope so.
Well, last year she was traveling internationally during this weekend.
Well, that sounds like probably a better thing. Let's talk about some of the on-track season 10 invitees, right? You got Jason Watt right now is up there. Daryl Nycannon. I mean, he throws javelins to say the least. Man. Let's see. Trying to look through. Brian Dennis. Back in this bad boy. Justin Elrod. Brett Hollanday right now is a Division 1. Along with Corey Beck. Scuba Steve back in this bad boy.
Yeah, you can see him waving there. It's actually only a 5. I think Corey just saw the waving there. So wants to adjust that because that is a pretty significant difference at this point in the leg. So good on Corey to step back and catch that as well because it's very easy to just play with rhythm when it happens on the third dart like that.
And a lot of new names in Division 2 that I'm excited to look at and see throw some darts because I think it's going to be great. led by Brad Gowan at the top.
Yeah, I love seeing the different people that come in and out of the show. I would just love if we just had one season where we had all of the highest performers from each season reinvited just to see what if we had like the everyone qualified season, you know?
No, like do like the All-Star season 10, All-Star.
Yeah, you get JC, you get Millar, you go ahead and get Spellman in the mix now. You get Gates, you get
Boom
get
goes
a
the
Neymar.
dynamite. I like that. Baggish in the mix. Jules. I mean, I know but boom goes the dynamite right back for John Edwards. We got some 9 marks blasting off here right now.
Yeah, this is some good back and forth play. Corey did a good job of getting the control, and he hits a dagger of a last start, but does go ahead and leave an interesting moment here, as now it's going to be an opportunity here. Trip 15, single 15 gets you a swing. Trip 15. Here's the swing.
Missed the swing. And he gave a little hoppity hop there to the board. Sarah Sass going to be there this weekend? Yeah. Phoenix of Liberty, I'm going to respectfully disagree probably with that. I'd say it's probably pretty even. Average-wise that they are, both of them. Now, it also depends on what they're playing for and if they're in person versus remote versus, a lot of factors. If they're playing both soft and steel, that would definitely weigh into Alex's favor, I would imagine. Although Mike could be a secretly really good steel tip player because darts is darts, and if you're talented in both.
Yeah, in soft tip, it's definitely close to 50-50 for me. In steel, I would say favoring Alex probably closer to like 7-3.
Yep.
I could definitely see that something like that there. So yeah, I'm pretty aligned on that one. As Corey here does have the point lead, 25 points, and unfortunate number to be up by. Doesn't add the bull, but you're going to go ahead close these 15s. Can he finish out this leg, or will John get the swing for 4?
To make Nick look foolish right away. Double bull needed. Boop, 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 boop. All right, 4 bowls needed for John Edwards.
This is a big moment. You have to hit this. And you just made it a lot harder on yourself, John. It's not going to happen now. And Corey Beck, to prove the experts wrong here in the booth, go ahead to try to put a 3-leg separation here early.
Yeah, and Corey gets it done. Currently averaging a 4.74 NPR. Before that leg finishes, probably should have waited until after that came in. And then John is way down on his average right now.
John had a 4.38 after that leg, and now at a 4.83 for Corey Beck.
Yeah, so and it's a 3-leg advantage now for the Nightmare, who is turning this third place match into the same nightmare that his partner in crime at Legends Bar did to John in the king seat.
And if you're John, you're starting to think, hey, what's going on here? What's going on? As he does go ahead, start off excellent with a boom goes the dynamite to get things going here.
Ooh, that was good. Yeah.
You used that top sauce on it, but I'm no Gardner.
Yeah. Hey, listen. The fact that you even knew Sauce Gardner was a person is a win for me.
Mm-hmm. He works in Guy Fieri's kitchen. He makes all the sauces.
Jay Fouché, I can actually do that now. Season 1 was Kenny Doyle. Seasons 2 and 3 were Leonard Gates. 4 was Mike Maloney. 5 was
also Mike Maloney.
Mike Maloney. 6 was Baggish.
Yep.
7 was Ram. 8 was Maloney. And then we got the Ram versus Maloney finals this season.
And 9's going to be Ram calling the double dip.
I do not think that happens.
But wouldn't it be great content, Sean?
I hope that it goes to the double dip. But that's just not because I don't think Mike is going to get the job done. We all want to see an extra week of Ram and Mike. It's just, come on now.
It really just depends with Ram, which version, like his excellent version or his last year version. Last year, Ram, I mean, it was automatic, untouchable, CSC, CSI, constant accolades. Every tournament was a give me. And now he is still in a very excellent gear, mind you. But that consistency that he had for that 12-month period was one of the best runs that we've seen in the 2020 so far.
Yeah, Jay, I said Gates won seasons 2 and season 3. I'm going to need you to stop doing your best Nick Teixeira and Will Stewart impersonations and just listen to me.
Sean, who hurt you tonight? Why? What can we
you
hug
two.
it out, man?
You two start off it. You guys, first of all, he put me on camera 3 seconds early in the countdown. So from that point forward, who cares? You know, like it's all over from there.
Wait.
I confused my buttons, everybody. I'm sorry. It was my mistake. I was supposed to go audio first
you're talking to me.
Instead of the cut button.
It's okay. You're learning really good though.
Jesus. In Phoenix, this is why you cannot do comms. Why you could have just said Kenny or Doyle. Why did you have to put Kenny Doyle down? Like, why did you have to put his first and last name and then no one else? Riddle me that, Maloney.
Why is Ram first name?
You can't spell Guevara. That's okay.
It's okay. We can barely say it. Remember that
took
one
us a
time
while.
Chris Rodriguez interviewed Ram for us, and then we realized how poor our pronunciations were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's unfair anyway. Like, he's been rolling those R's for years.
John does a good job of settling this leg down a little bit. 38 points of separation, 2 houses. Corey's going to try to dig deep on the 16s. I would love trip 16, trip 16, trip 15 in a scenario like this. But no matter what, you have to start off with 2 trips at a number.
He did not do that thing. Jakob, what's up, brother? The Utah. If my name was Roy, I'd move there.
Like, nobody says Will. It's always Will Stewart.
That's true.
Will F. and Stewart to you, Mike.
He can also be known as the GOAT, and everybody knows who we're talking about.
You can also call me Daddy if you want to, Mike. It's okay.
He also goes by Wildo. Billiam.
Yeah. Willionaire.
Dad is sufficient. Thank you very much.
Grandpa.
Mr. Archive.
Oh, yeah, the Archive. Yep.
Yeah. Chicken on a stick. Fierce melon.
We can keep going if you want.
We have a whole
Big
list
dart there from John Edwards. It's going to be 4-2, most likely at the end of this leg. And thankfully for our viewers, there's only going to be one more leg before the break. And then we can regroup and not be mad at each other anymore.
I'm not mad at all. I'm having a great time. That's 5 bowls of fighting from Corey Beck, but not enough to scare off John, although his bowls have been questionable. You can't afford that mistake after that round from Corey. You got to drill this. That's a good way to make sure you don't get into deep waters, though. Wisely goes up to the 20 and then tags the bowl. Love that. Good discipline there from Mr. Edwards. Oh, Kids Meal? How do we forget Kids Meal?
Nick, can you believe that Andy Carter is calling you Chris Collinsworth? Man.
Am I supposed to be offended or happy? I thought I was Joe
Offended.
Young Buck.
Offended.
Oh.
Joe Buck is at least like, he's like made fun of because he's so good. Chris Collinsworth, it might be the worst commentator in the history of sports.
All right. Good to know. Can't believe he said that about you.
Yeah. So like, it'd be like John Edwards from Iowa and Brett Favre one time went through Iowa and, Tom Brady that one time he drove through the great state of Minnesota and got the job.
Is he the guy that
like
always
that's how
brings up Mahomes every other sentence? Like there's that one guy, I think he's on Fox, that always brings up Mahomes every other breath.
Yeah, that's him. Not Fox though, but Sunday Night Football.
Not Fox? Yeah, same difference. That was as close as I was getting.
Nope. That's primetime versus not. But anyway, back to the match. Corey Beck going to start off this leg, 4-2 lead, trying to make it 5-2 going into the break. If Corey makes it 5-2 going into the break, is it out of reach at that point?
No, I don't think this match can ever be out of reach, knowing what these guys can do. I just fundamentally don't believe that. Now, do I think the percentages of Corey winning out at 5-2 go from a 60% to an 80% chance? That's probably fair.
So you're saying if you were a betting man, you would bet that it's out of reach at that point?
No, I would still somehow jam the under just in case.
And that's why
your eyes twitched when I talked. Your eyes actually twitched up.
My eye just doesn't lie. Okay, it can't lie anymore. When it gets annoyed, it does that naturally.
Those eyes.
That was good. All right, John Edwards looking for 18s. Oh, he goes down to the 17s. He likes the 17s better anyway. Now the difference, how about that? Because Corey loves the 18s, right? And John's basically like allowing Corey to hit his honeypot just so Johnny can hit his, but John's is a lower number.
It depends on how Corey takes advantage of it. I want the 20 to 18 transition here every time, but if he's taking the bait on the 17, then it's fair play to John. It doesn't hurt, right? I think that hurts more if Corey goes 20, 18, 17. But I agree with your analysis there, Sean.
That was the first time for everything. Hey, are you a fan of Star Wars, Nick?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Oh, have to go with Jar Jar Binks.
I knew you were going to say that. The worst character of all time. So calling all fans of Star Wars, Target Darts has just released the hottest collaboration of the year with the all-new Star Wars-inspired darts. Now available for pre-order at A2ZDarts.com because they are $8 million. Tap the banner on their website over at A2ZDarts.com, and don't forget to shop the November Dart of the Month while you're at it.
Big 7-mark opportunity for John. We talked about these opportunities time and time again. This is one of them. You have to get a swing at the 20 with the point advantage, but you have to get that. You have to find these first 2 darts Drew. And he does. I take the swing.
Oh, he did.
He does, but it doesn't convert. And those are the moments. Those are the moments.
And unfortunately, John's running out of those moments to get away with it. Corey's automatic on the 18s. Yep, there they go.
They're free.
Yeah, it's honestly insane how well he's hitting that triple 18 tonight. I think the percentage has got to be outrageous.
Misa don't like those odds.
Oh, God. Here we go. Wow.
I'm sorry. I can do a better one. Hey, I'm Jar Jar Binks. How's it going? Star Wars. We're in the stars. There's some wars.
Dear Lord God Almighty. All right. I am so sorry, everybody. This is not my fault. I am stuck with this. All we can do is make the most out of it. You know, that's all we can do. John, they're going to watch back tomorrow and be like, what were they doing the entire time we were playing darts?
Greg Wilson says that was great. That's all I need.
Yeah,
thanks, Greg.
It was my reaction was great, not your actual thing.
All right, calm down, Collings. What's his name? Chris. Calm down, Chris.
Don't even. Whoa! I will punch you in the face for saying that to me. Corey Beck, not gonna take it into the break yet.
Yeah, but this is so good for Corey. He's looking solid tonight, and so far, John just not getting to the races. John not having a single leg finishing out of 5. This is the only one that had that potential there. If he had 5 bulls at the end, his highest leg at a 4.71. Yeah, this is looking a little dangerous now.
No. You said he's not out of it. Even if they don't switch it to that bullseye shot, that still happened. 5-2 lead for Corey Beck, not Corey Breck.
Yep.
That's not a person.
Yeah, that's what you
Corey
get.
Beck up 5-2 on John Edwards as we head into our break. Nick, this has been surprising so far, yeah?
Yeah, no, this has been interesting. I expected a different level of separation here, particularly 4-3, 5-2. Corey Beck looking prime. Let's see if he'll carry that momentum. But let's go ahead and hear from our excellent interviewer, Nick Teixeira, talking with these wonderful players. We'll get back in just a few moments' time with the conclusion of this matchup.
Pray for me.
Here for the third place match in the CSC Challenger Series, Division 2. We got John Edwards here with us. And John, before we get into it tonight, what bar are you playing out of and what vendor are you playing for?
I will be playing out of Q and Feather again, and I play for AE League Sioux City.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back on here because last time we saw you, it was in the King Seat match against previous champion Brett Hollanday. Talk to us a little bit about that tough matchup.
Brett shot really well. He came out just throwing fire. I got down early, fought back pretty well, and then just the case of the one holes. I mean, instead of being one hole in, they were one hole out, and he walked away with it. Got a 9-6 victory, so he shot really well. Hats off to him.
Well, in your interview that you did with Brett Hollanday back at TOC, he said that he was planning on beating you in the seat match and Corey Beck winning in the third place match, and that's who you're playing tonight. So tell me, what do you think about tonight's matchup against Corey Beck?
We're going to ruin Brett's playing. That's what I think about it. No, playing Corey's going to be a good match. It should be a good battle. You know, hopefully I come out on the right side. If I don't, oh well, but I think we'll be all right.
And then, of course, if you win tonight, you're going to be moving on to your first finals appearance in the CSC Challenger Series. How does it feel to be so close to obtaining a sought-after goal by many dart players?
I'm excited. I love playing this competition. You know, I'm going to miss it here. I am going to take a few years off from PPD and get my kids graduated, but yeah, I love the competition, so I'm excited to try tonight and hopefully move on and play a couple more weeks after that.
Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
I appreciate all the friends messaging, all the text messages. Obviously, most importantly, I got to thank my wife and kids. Without their blessing, I wouldn't be able to do this. And, you know, thanks everybody for the support.
Well, we are excited. It is time to see who will join Brett Hollanday into the finals of Division 2 here. So, John, you got a tough match tonight. We're going to wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I'm John Edwards, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Take a trip down memory lane with our November Dart of the Month special featuring all the remastered classics from Harrow's 50th anniversary. All Harrow's 50th anniversary darts are 15% off all month long, plus a special raffle to keep the throwback celebration going. Choose your favorite barrel from the Boxer darts, Atlantis darts, Magnum darts, the original darts, or the V-Wing darts to take home this November. Or, better yet, take all 5 home. Each model is finished with a tough gold coating that will ensure your darts last through thick and thin, so your game day performance stays sharp. You can also get a chance to win your choice of a Harrow's Vault dart case in the color red, blue, or clear with our monthly raffle. How do you enter? Just purchase our November Dart of the Month special and you'll automatically get entered. Tap the banner on our homepage at a2zdarts.com to shop the Dart of the Month, and don't forget, we ship internationally. Best of luck to everyone!
Join here for week 9 of the CSC Challenger Series. It's the third place match of Division 2, and I'm joined here by prior champion Corey Beck. And Corey, tonight, what saloon are you playing out of and what vendor are you playing for?
I'm playing out of Legends Bar in Proctor, and I throw for Midwest Coin Concepts.
Well, it's exciting to have you back on here for the third place match. Last week we saw you in the 4th place against Dwayne Johansson, and you put on a very one-sided performance. Talk to us a little bit about what was going through your head during that match.
I was pretty comfortable going into it, and as we got on with the match, I became more comfortable, which led to me being a little more aggressive than I typically am. You know, moving forward, we'll see. You know, I if I can integrate a little more of that aggressiveness into my play, because traditionally I'm a little more of a conservative player, but hey, you never know. We'll see.
Well, of course, tonight you still got a tough opponent, John Edwards, who is the front runner leading up to that seat match where Brett bested him. What's going to be your game plan to come out on top against Toys? And of course, a now infamous moment, it feels. Brett Holiday and John Edwards did their interviews together face to face, where Brett looked right at John and said, I'm going to win the seat and Corey's going to beat you in the third place match. Well, now we're here. The first two steps have happened as far as you getting back to this point and Brett winning. How does it feel having that extra pressure of your friend kind of egging it on a little bit, and John obviously having that in his mind?
Well, there's the pressure is the pressure. I'm not going to get too hung up on that. It's just another match. I haven't made a liar out of Brett yet. So, again, we'll see. John's a tough player. He's going to be a tough opponent. And I'm going to have to definitely bring my A game to be able to overcome it.
Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Yeah, I would like to thank my sponsors, Dead Man Darts, Legends Bar, Brett and Gina, Midwest Coin Concepts, and mostly my wife and my daughter.
Of course, can't forget the family there, as I'm excited to have you here joining us for the third place match. It's about to go underway, and we're going to see who joins Brett Holiday in the final. And Corey, we're just going to go ahead and wish you nothing but the best of luck.
My name is Corey Beck, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the conclusion for this Division II third place match between John Edwards and Corey Beck. Corey Beck, 5-2 advantage early on in this one. Race to 9, so there's still a long way to go. Nick, you had John Edwards winning this thing 9-7. You also said that there wasn't going to be any point in time where they were separated by less than 2 legs. Do you want to rephrase any of those statements at this point?
No. I really don't. And here's exactly why I don't want to rephrase any of them. Because at the end of the day, if both these guys were playing their game, that statement's true. But right now, Corey Beck's putting on a performance of a 4.71, which is a solid performance, but in expected range. John hasn't hit his gear. If John's playing his gear, that statement can still become true again, minus the part where I said it wouldn't happen at all. I just really do think it's still too early to call. John Edwards has the right ingredients. He's shown the right stuff, and he's won enough matches this season for this to become a very different matchup very quickly. If he increases average by 0.5, where it has been the whole season, then all of a sudden he's outgunning Corey Beck and has the legs to potentially get out in front. But right now, that is not the case that we're seeing.
No, and what you mentioned there in passing is the fact that Corey's only shooting a 4.71. His average this season's a 4.72. So he is just doing what he's done all year long, and he's that far out in front of John Edwards. That's going to frustrate John Edwards. And it should. That's it, and it's going to cause him to start pushing. We saw this in the King Seat match, man, where he started to push a little bit too much, and it got out of hand. So he's got to still throw within himself. He's got to trust that he does not have to be perfect. He just has to play his game. But Corey right now is making that tougher and tougher each 3 darts that he throws.
You said out of hand, and I just thought about the fact that that should be Tyler Hensey's team name for any singles event he enters.
Out of a hand.
Out of hand.
Out of hand.
Yeah, it works. Come on, it's not bad. Sorry for Tyler Hensey catching it straight.
T's, you got one T. No, Tyler, yeah. I apologize. 0. You're gonna get that forever. And honestly, it's because I know that you're fine with it, and we love you so much for that. Times a million. It's the same way we make fun of Nick for his overall demeanor, and me for my hair, and Will for his never or always getting killed in the date, marry, kill game.
Wait. We make fun of Sean for the hair. Nick for everything about his demeanor is 2 different levels.
No, I said his overall demeanor. I didn't say everything about your I said your overall demeanor.
Just saying, you can always get a toupee. I can't change who I am, Sean.
Right. So way better for me.
Way more better. And yeah, Will got killed a lot in Date Marry Kill. I can't wait for you guys to see these videos coming out here soon.
Oh, he was like crying before the show started, guys. He is very devastated that everyone killed him.
What is bad is that there was actually plenty of people that didn't kill him. I just didn't submit those clips. I deleted them.
I really actually hope that that's true. I know it's not, but I really hope that it is.
Corey, once again, looking to break throw, by the way. This is starting to get disparaging for John. You have to be thinking to yourself about like the situation and maybe replaying a little bit of the king seat, maybe listening back to some of the commentary in your head. John needs to not be doing any of that.
No.
You should. But that's exactly what might be happening here a little bit, because this isn't. If the rest of his matches were that as strong of wins, and on top of what we've seen him do at plenty of other tournaments, it's something about the spotlight here on the stream that might be causing the difference here, or the fact that getting to a CSC final really does mean something as far as just prestige, right?
I mean, until you've made it there, it's a hill to climb, and John's gotten close a couple of times to that point, and he's close again. And to lose 2 straight to not make it to that final is a devastating prospect. Now he's going to get away with this leg, mainly because he did exactly what he needed to do in the last throw to get the point lead and kill off the 20s and the 18s. But just a single 15 here does the job. At least it should.
Yeah, Corey, I would love to see him clean up here. I think John's been a little shaky on the bull still. He still is feeling the pressure. I would like to see the 4-mark clean up.
I agree completely.
So does he.
I think to see a 5-mark here or a 6-mark. If he hits the 16s and then gets 1 or 2 bowls, he's just going to close out now. And I still like that. 4-3 is a press.
Yeah, I'll take 4-3 every single time.
Yep.
Now, you still got to hit this last start.
Yeah. Yeah, the hope of me hitting 4 bowls is basically nothing. But I will take that every time. Now, Corey's not even going to get that.
Yeah, 15 points of difference here. Yeah, John should probably just go ahead and rip the 16 real quick. Just grab that extra bowl first. He does. Does he swing or does he stay? He does swing.
That's a big old swing, too. 4-5-0. Makes it 5-3. Now, we're not at the PPD player advantage rule. It will be Corey going first. And I don't care what you can say at this point. That is a huge advantage for Corey Beck, that he can still keep that 2-leg separation and make it 3 legs by just holding throw from that point. This is easy. He just needs to hold his throw 4 times. It's over.
Exactly.
Now John's starting to raise that average up, and Corey's starting to drop a little bit. 4-6-5 versus a 4-4-6. And if that continues to swing in the momentum of John's favor, obviously we're going to have a closer battle. But Corey just did a little snatch out of the board. That's like the first time I've seen emotion out of him.
Yeah, not going to be happy with the 4-mark open, but I wouldn't be getting too frustrated yet. You're still in a great position. Even if John does hit well, you still have the match position in your favor. And right now, all the pressure's on John. If I'm Corey, granted, I know it's remote. I know you're probably not looking at the little camera on the screen if you're either one of these players, but I am keeping my cool, holding my composure, and letting it rock right now because I don't want to show that sign of weakness. And here he's going to snap right back to reality.
Just saying,
maybe.
I want to rock.
I'm a goofy goober. Right. Rock. Yeah, that one from SpongeBob.
Did you say goofy goober? See, this is what I mean by the overall demeanor. You know? Case in point.
I once went on a date with somebody that said they never met someone that is this awkward, but somehow manages to make it as funny as I do.
Oh, listen. I fully agree with that statement. There is not a dinner that we have gone out to that has not been extremely interesting because you were there.
Which is funny, though, because and this is true. When I'm by myself, it's the other way around every single time. I got into an Uber from the Myrtle Airport heading over to the hotel, and I get this guy that has lived in New Jersey his entire life and just moved out here. And he's like, I got in this business so I could talk to people because I like to talk.
Oh, he's a talker.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, you've definitely got the right writer here. That makes sense. And I'm getting life stories. I'm getting talked to about the mob. It was awesome.
The gobbledygoo.
Gobbledygoo, look at this big collection.
Yeah, good 7 mark there from Corey. Gets back in control. John probably going to look 17s like he's done. And then he's going to make me regret that statement because he's going 18s.
He is. I'm curious on the change up here. Doesn't seem like it's going to pay off.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I really don't like the last start there.
No, that was a bailout plan. That was he did plan C while he was trying to accomplish plan B, and that's never a good thing.
Yeah, well, and the bailout there should probably be 17, right? You're trying to bait Corey into taking the 18s, get the second house, and you pre-starting the next number. That's where that bailout dart goes, because even if that dart does close, you're letting Corey get a free swing at the 18s regardless. But right now, it doesn't matter. If you're John, You're thinking, let me find inspiration. Let me try to find something. I'm going to start mixing it up. I'm starting to get a little crazier. And sometimes you need to go down to the basics, and sometimes you just need to start throwing stuff at the wall. And I think if I'm John, I'm throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks.
I'm not. You're down 2 legs, man. Like it's still got so much left to go in this match. There is no time to sit there and panic and throw stuff against the wall yet. I understand what you're saying to like an extent. I think that he should switch up something because there is something that is not working right now in his game. But I don't know if you should like just start going all cray with it. You know?
Well, and again, I'm not saying that what he did there specifically, but I'm saying in general that should be his mentality. Because you're right, it is only 2 leg separation, but it is a 2 leg separation where John has not thrown a single game higher than a 4-7-1 tonight. He has not had that dominant force. He has not had his darts do the talking. That's the problem that we're seeing right now with him. Where Corey, I mean, yes, he did have that lackluster leg coming out of the break, but he's had a 5-7, a 5-5-6, and a 5-1-9 in the mix, and a 4-9-1 at that as well. He's shown the higher gear, and John needs to try to shake Corey off or get himself going.
Yeah, John's got to punish this. Yeah, I like this a lot. Yes, sir. Boom goes the dynamite. John Edwards. Corey misses the fat number on the 17. And John makes him pay by hitting all 9 of them. And that is what you have to do to make some statements and get back into legs and back into matches. You need to tell your opponent that any miss that you have is going to cost you. And then Corey's going to say, thank you very much, sir. I will be fine.
The least, though, with that, if you're John, you're thinking, okay, just hit the big 9. Now I have to hit a 7 to try to equal things back up a little bit, right? Try to sure things up, get things back within range. You're trying to stay within striking distance right now because Corey could choose to hit a 1 more big turn and put this out of reach. That's a 5 there, and it's not enough to tip the scales. Corey should be able to just go ahead and collect on the number he's been nailing the whole night, right, John?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was actually going to say that it also helps John's confidence to know, like, I can punish if he misses. Right. But then it almost makes it worse when he punishes because he missed. And then Corey just right away, just like, it doesn't matter.
Well, and that's the other factor of these guys being such good competitors, right? If John turns up and starts playing like 5-0 John right now and has more legs above a 5 than below for the rest of this match, Corey's going to be the type that rises to the occasion, right?
And you're talking about the guy who averaged over a 5 this entire season up until a couple weeks ago in John Edwards. So the fact that he hasn't thrown a single game above a 4.71 is more than shocking.
Yeah, this is very uncharacteristic. But that's
now
the pressure. You know you're one away from the final.
He's also, though, doing that. Wires, you know, and at a certain point, like there's certain players that have found mental ways to feel like they can overcome being that close but missing. Roy Hansen said that he feels like he's leaning too far forward when he's just hitting on the wires, and so he just takes a little tilt back, and for some reason that works for him. But if you do not have an adjustment like that, and you're just wiring everything, the frustration is very real.
Yeah, certainly fair. Now, this is a good turn here from John. Does at least ask the question. Mm-hmm. You expect Corey to clean this up with the way he's been playing tonight, but at least it gives himself a chance. It gives himself something to hold on to in this leg.
I agree. And that is just an absolute spanking from Corey. My goodness.
And dashing
4-4-6.
hopes and beckoning for a win.
6-3 lead now for Corey Beck. He is at that John Part darts relativity, right? Where he's 3 legs away from the opponent and 3 legs away from the win. And I can't say that word, so that's why I just go with it. Relatively.
Can you try one more time for me?
I just tried.
There's one more. Just one more for the fans.
Relative. I don't know why I can't say it. Hold on. Shh.
Take your time. It's a big word for Elmo. He's muted himself and he's talking right now. I get it. No, relatively, Sean.
No, it's not relatively. That's a different word.
Well, what were we trying to say? Because you didn't get close enough. Because that's the word Will and I got out of that.
Relatively? Whatever. I'm done trying. Chat, don't type it. I know how to spell it. Okay, that's not the point.
IT. Well,
Anyway.
Corey did not get anything going here. John needs to just absolutely roll with this leg. He needs to not only win this, but just dominate this leg for his own self-confidence, for his own inspiration on the dartboard, as we were talking about. He needs to make sure Corey doesn't get a chance to fight in this leg.
My brain's gone. I can't. I'm still just thinking about that one word and how to say it.
You want to sound it out?
Yep. No. You just go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm going to figure this out real quick. I'll be right back up.
All right, sounds good. Back to the match here.
To save the day.
Is that the one, the only, the Archive Stewart?
Well, that's not a 9 mark, that's for sure. As I just panic hit that button.
Boom goes the Stewart on the mic.
Well, let's get back and forth. But yeah, Corey Beck so far has just had the upper hand here, hasn't he? It's just, impressive stuff from the gentleman from the Legends Bar. But, John's just been able to keep it interesting here.
We're talking about impressive stuff. I'm just impressed. I thought I was sitting in your chair today, but Sean's got a case of the Will pronunciations, it seems. Well, I'm sorry.
Hey, okay. I'm fine with it.
So Will, while I have you here and just Sean
Relativity.
is going on.
Oh, dang it. My bad. Relativity. Yes. Relativity. Yep, that's what she said. What she said.
Siri, help him out on that one.
Phoenix and Liberty. Corey Beck is at the point in the scoreline where he has the John Part relativity, where he is 3 legs away from winning and 3 legs away from his. I like how he retyped the whole thing.
Thank you. You know what? That sounded better. You know,
Beautiful turn.
Yeah, big round from John Edwards. He is going to. Oh gosh, why is this loud? He's going to make this a 6-4 ball game, most likely.
And this has been a good, I will say, I really want him to dominate this a little bit more. I know it's a 5-2. I know it's a solid performance, but Corey didn't contest the leg, and that's fine. But you want to really slap it around a little bit and say, this is my leg. This is my momentum I'm going with going forward. You just got to sometimes beat the leg and get the result you need at the end of the tunnel here. John Edwards,
slap it around.
2 bulls.
Is that a technical term that you just came up with there?
A real knee slapper of a performance there from John as he goes ahead and gets that one there. Oh, just still shy of that 5-0 mark. He has not passed tonight in a winning leg or a leg in general.
All right, Corey is waiting for Miss Gina to throw those darts and then get the heck out of the way. I heard a 4.55. I didn't hear the first number.
Well, yeah, 4.5 and a 4.55. So John is now past Corey in average. because Corey, after the break, 4-4-4-6, and a 3-4. This is the exact moment that where John needs to run away with this situation. He needs to take advantage because Corey clearly is slowed down here.
Yeah, but Corey's slowed down on John's throw. Now this is much better. Boom goes the dynamite for John Edwards to start off this leg, and Corey's now got to snap back into it.
And it's just as simple as one good turn that could change the momentum, as these guys are dead even in the 9-mark department right now. This is a moment for John. Should get dart at the 20. Should only be 1 dart at the 20. You're going to stay until you hit at least 4 on the 19s, ideally. Now you can have your swing if you want it. Yeah, I
don't
get
like
it
either. Yeah.
But yeah, not my favorite choice there. If
Again,
Corey's struggling, I don't want him to get comfortable on the 20s. That's the number that everyone can reset on. Maybe.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, we've heard many times from many fantastic dart players that have won many fantastic events that people they'll do stupid things to get rid of those 20s. And now he's staying down again. That was an interesting stay down.
I mean, I know that John likes a point heavy game. He likes a little bit more of a conservative strategy. I get it. That's where you're comfortable. And right now, maybe trying to get comfortable might be what he's trying to diagnose. But at the same time,
he's losing points each time he does this.
You're losing a little bit of points, but also, again, you're giving Corey time to figure out why these last 3 legs were below his standard for the rest of the night. I don't want him to have multiple darts in the same leg at the same number. I want to be controlling them, and I want them to continue to try to find new stuff as John finally takes that swing.
Thank you, John. It's a huge 9-mark hit. Now, Corey's probably going to 9-mark the 18s, but that's not the point, okay? That's not the point. Oh, only 7 marks him. The point is that John's throwing a 7-5 against the throw. That is the point that we should be taking away right this second.
Pretty big point. Yeah, I like that move. Automatic.
But yeah, this is another opportunity for Corey. 2 triples. He is staying. Yep.
That last dart was too inviting. If he moved, I would have went over right across all the way from South Carolina to Minnesota to slap him. That dart was guaranteed to go there with the way those were positioned. It felt.
This one might get over 1,000 points, and I only say that because this is honeypot versus honeypot. You can see John staying down. Yeah. Find 6 of them. Corey's not going to move from the 18s unless he hits 2 triples. And even then he might stay. Well, and Corey's going to ruin my whole plan right away. Great. John's going to go right at the 18s, most likely. Yeah, maybe first start down. No, I was right. 17s? I'm all right with that, too. I don't like the reverse order of it, though. Nick's reading a message from somebody. So I'm just going to pay attention to myself here to the darts. Hi, Wall. How are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. All right. So 17s is where Corey's looking. It's a concerning message, it looks like. Is everything okay?
Yeah, apologize. My dog left the oven on.
Oh, boy.
So normally, when we're in commentary and all doing what we're doing and everything, you see one person gets distracted by something, you kind of just fill the air.
Yeah.
Usually
I did that.
What happened.
I did that. I did it by commentating on you and what you were doing. That's how I filled the air. I couldn't fill it any other way. I didn't have anyone else to look at, Corey with a big 7-mark. 30-point lead for Corey Beck. John, still an opportunity right now.
I will like to apologize to Will Stewart as I know he's going to yell at me. I wasn't on mute. That was my fault there. Sorry about that, guys. I had to just go ahead and get realigned here real quick. If you guys are actually curious, it was a pretty important message. I had to make sure I ordered my Uber Eats before the restaurant closed because I hadn't eaten dinner yet. I'm just going to be...
Nope.
I want to keep 55th
Nope.
Street.
Nope. Yeah. What'd you get?
I got some chicken wings.
That's terrible. You're in South Carolina. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You get... all right.
I go, what do you want me to get?
Seafood. You're in Myrtle Beach, man. Don't talk to me anymore.
All
right, John Edwards. I'm trying to live vicariously through you, and you're ruining it. I don't like.
Okay,
it.
but I don't want 10 p.m. Uber Eats seafood. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yum.
I'll just go somewhere.
I mean, you just get the place that has like the 4.8 stars. I don't know what to tell you. There's gonna be
Corey Beck has a big
4.8
moment
stars.
here. Can he get himself up? He's gonna go ahead and close the 15s.
At least we're making Will laugh tonight. I think that's all that matters. To us.
Will is having a great time, by the way.
This might be his favorite night ever.
There. Will realizing I really did have the easiest job at the CSC all these years.
I already knew that. An opportunity here for John. Is he gonna? He stays there on the bull. Corey's gonna take all three at him. Well, at least the first two. He does have a bailout plan if he needs it.
Yeah, but this is still feeling like death sentence territory. Yeah, good switch.
Yeah.
Dirty darts there from Corey Beck.
He blocked himself off the first start into the 20s. There's no reason to risk it. You have the biscuits on the 16s wide open. Just butter those up.
You can see John moving over. He's really fishing for that double. That's the whole reason he's focusing on the move so much. He knows that he can't afford singles. It catches on top of the dart. There's no way he can find that double. Maybe not. He does use it as a wall and bounces it in. Love it.
I'm pretty sure you didn't even finish that sentence before you hit the double there. That was impressive.
At least I can pronounce all my words I said tonight.
Well, relatively.
Relatively okay.
Corey Beck does get that one done 7-4. So holds off the charge there from John Edwards. That's a big leg victory for Corey Beck. And now he moves 2 legs away from the title. Well, from the spot in the finals and the chance to be the first 2-time champion of Division II.
I'll guarantee it if Corey gets there between him and Brett. I'd love to see that. And what you hate to see for John, right? You finally start figuring it out. You had a 4.94 leading into your first over 5 average of 5.08. But Corey going first with a 5.46, just too much to handle. John's finally clicking, and he's thinking, man, those first couple legs are 3.6, 4.5, 4.5. If this was different, if I started like this, then this match feels very different all of a sudden.
Diane, are you going to the
work to do?
Are you going to the bullshooter this weekend? Because if you are, Nick DeShare would love to sign autographs for all of your dart loving friends and your son. Or maybe they sign autographs for him, depending on how.
I would love to sign all the autographs there.
Boom goes the dynamite for John Edwards. A big 9 mark. Goes 7-9 to open up this leg.
I just want you guys to know, I will sign every single autograph as Will Stewart this weekend.
Where's it at, my friend? Give us the directions.
The North Shore Oceanfront Hotel on 201 75th Avenue.
Speaking of,
I just had to put in Uber Eats. I just thought about this.
What?
Speaking of autographs, we do have to mention that Nick was asked to sign a hat at an event previously. Guess where this dude signed his name at?
Oh no! You signed your name as something different
inside that. Seemed like a good spot. I didn't know if they wanted to flex it or not. It was going for like a fundraiser raffle, okay? I didn't know if they would want the signature. Maybe they just wanted the hat. So I figured I would hide the signature and it could be a flex. Like, oh, by the way, like I thought I was being cool.
But you signed it under the bill? where they have that's where a lot of people, their eyes, they're gonna be there. They're gonna see that every time they wear that hat forward.
about that. That's even better. That makes my signature
Peripheral vision, my friend,
Getting more
is a
bang
real
for the
thing.
buck.
Do you not have peripheral vision? Do you just not exist with that? Like, so you would automatically know. Have you ever worn a hat before in your life? I feel like that was.
I can't fit. I can't fit.
Yeah, Diane, just go to Bullshooter Facebook page. It's the Bull. They'll Nick's gonna link that for you. I feel like I'm doing his job for him right now, but that's all right. As the community manager.
I'm just glad you're doing a job.
Amen, brother. Speaking of which, calling all fans of Star Wars, Target Darts. I'm going to restart. Calling all fans of Star Wars, Target Darts has just released the hottest collaboration and most expensive of the year in all time with the all-new Star Wars-inspired darts. Disney's trying to make a fortune off these. Now available for pre-order at A2ZDarts.com. They are really cool, by the way. I don't know if they're worth it, but they are very cool looking. Tap the banner on their website at over A2ZDarts.com. And don't forget to shop the November Dart of the Month while you're at it. And also, you're going to want to pick up the Mark McFadden V3s. I know I just got my set delivered to me today. They are amazing. The grip on them is a little bit extra. As John Edwards was a 6.0, speaking of amazing, to make it 7.5.
Yeah, he does go ahead and get a big win. And look at this, right? He finally gets his first leg finished at over a 5, and it's a loss. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get my first leg at a 6 now. A great recovery. That is the positive sign. The negative sign is the fact that Corey's in a great position to win here. He gets a lot of opportunities with the throw now to be able to get to match point. But if John can just keep up this gear, if he can just lock it in, it's not over yet. Corey's going to try to make that a very untrue statement very quickly, though.
Yeah, boom goes the dynamite there for the Minnesotan. And he's done everything right at this point. Just throwing within himself. When he has the start, he is taking advantage of it. He has not lost a leg with throw this entire evening. And it's the difference right now.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Corey, again, putting on other than that post-break dip that we saw, a very solid performance tonight. A collected, consistent. There wasn't many big misses. I loved everything about it so far. But again, it's not over. If John can just rally, he needs to, again, continue to inspire his darts and himself. I'd like to go back to the 17s here instead of the 18s because he was more comfortable there. But I don't know. It's a grim situation still for Edwards.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think your positivity is not helping at all anymore when it comes to that aspect of things. It seems very unlikely at this point in time. John's going to have to shoot 6s on his throw and against his throw from this point forward. And he can do that. You know what? He can do that. I
agree.
But it's got to be now.
Well, it's not about like just being positive for the sake of being positive. That's truly how I feel about this. That's truly the analysis of it too. Here's the thing. Corey's been here before. Don't get me wrong. He's a prior champion, but no matter what, that last leg crossing into the final is a tough one to throw. And it does give you a little bit of a cushion. I always think it takes an extra leg and a half because you usually start off a little cold in that last leg going in. I think that there's still a route for John to get out of this. But then, of course, a leg like this pops up and it takes that route out of possibility.
Yeah, the route's going to be as win 4 legs straight. And break the throw at least twice of Corey Beck, who has not had his throw broken yet. Tough.
I do want to mention about the Star Wars Dark Collab because I seen this rhetoric all over with the Elysian launch for this year with the Archetype 43 and then
ugly,
as you can see, match point there for Corey
5.6, yeah, 5.8 from Corey Beck there in that one to make it 8-5. Go ahead.
But yeah, between the Elysian darts and the Star Wars darts, here's the absolute honest God take. If you're mad that they're charging that much for the darts, you don't have to buy them. But what I do like is that darts is just as much about throwing them as it is for some people to just collect and put on a shelf. Maybe it's a way to get Star Wars fans in. Maybe it's a way to get people to have cool conversation display pieces on their mantle. Whatever the reason may be, it's neither here nor there. There's people that will see that and say, this is something I want. It's the same person that will go buy a Movado watch when a Citizen tells the time the same.
I want you to know that Target's not listening right now. They're not going to hire you because of this. I'm just kidding. I agree with you though, completely. The collector's point is for sure a major selling point, and they are. I have said this now multiple times. They are really, really cool, and if they were double the price of a normal set of darts, I would still see that as like, okay, that's pretty doable. They're more expensive than the Elysians, and that's crazy.
I agree, but to your point too, though, they made darts that were about double price of average MSRP with the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters, right? Those are still really cool, really unique darts. I look at the X-Wing Swiss points, and I think about the old Daytona Fires as like their inspiration for some of the base design, and that was an over $100 dart. Now, you're right. Should you buy an $800 dart? No. If you have money to buy $800 darts, can you just go ahead and send us some stars?
Amen.
Let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, guys.
No, definitely do that. Just send me an actual check made out to Sean Green, and I will give you my address if you really want to do that.
Green spelled Dichiria.
Dirachi.
That's the name. Wear it out if you want. I don't care.
John with a good lead here early on in this leg, but Corey has no pressure on him right now. He's victory lapping right this second. Now, it could turn into something different, but right now, there's no pressure on Corey. And that's why you're going to see some great darts out of Corey Beck. Another 9 mark for the Minnesotan. He has been in fuego this evening. And he's given it to someone who has been better at hitting 9 marks in less games.
Yeah, I will say right now, the way that this is shaping up, if I'm John and I'm looking back at everything, I'm looking at how the season started versus losing the last 2 in a row and the seat and then 3rd place, which is how this is currently shaping up to be. It's going to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had the right darts, had the right position, did not have the right time. And just frankly, these last 2 Mondays that we've seen him, it just hasn't been his go. Corey, we're going to chalk this up to another classic Corey Beck performance. This was not like last week. Last week, he was absolutely throwing near a 5. It was a excellent A+ tier performance. This is just a solid even A-. Like, this is a good performance, but there hasn't been anything unbeatable yet. There hasn't.
I am noticing that John is not on the invite track for season 10 at this point. I mean, I guess that's all-star rank list.
So
at that,
in the interviews, as you guys did watch in advance,
yeah, for sure.
John mentioned that he is going to be retiring for a few years after this. And so he did say that he wants to focus on the family as kids are hitting some kids or grandkids. I don't want to misquote. Are hitting some pivotal years, and he said he wants to take a few years away so he can just hang out with them for a bit and then come back in full force. So he is planning a step away right now.
Man, what if John's only like 40 years old and you said grandkids?
And the Gray in the Beard says otherwise. But I don't think it's grandkids. I think it's just kids. It's some form of a children. Some amount of them.
Well, John's going to have control here. And man, why didn't you tell me that earlier? Like, now the whole chat should be rooting for John Edwards, you know?
Sean Green normally watches these interviews I send.
I do, but you sent it to me way too early.
I sent it on Monday at the same time I sent the other interviews, thinking you could just watch both sets at the same time.
Why would I do that? It confused me so much on Monday.
God forbid a man prepares.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Usually I do prepare, but I'm also the person that if I agree to a meeting 2 days from now, you're going to need to remind me the day before and on the day of the meeting that I agreed to that meeting.
Just to clarify, I did ask him if he wanted to resend that link today, and he said no. He already has it.
No. That's not what you asked. Like, if we're gonna tell the behind the scenes, you said, "Hey, don't forget to send those interviews over." And I said, "I already sent them on Monday." You said, "Oh, you did?" And that was the conversation we had.
Oh, that's a bit of a different.
Same,
no.
but different.
Same, but different. Hey, Johnny, Nick's right next door, so just go knock on his door right now. You can do commentary for the last little bit of this.
John, I'm pretty sure I have the hotel room next to you, so if I'm being loud, sorry, but come on in.
If I'm being loud. Boom goes the dynamite for John Edwards. He's not done yet, Nick, no matter what you say.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've been framing this the whole night as one-way traffic for Corey. But
That's
John's steamrolling back in. But this is exactly right, though.
Where's Johnny? Come on.
Yeah, he's got to slap the leg around. No. Terrible comment.
No.
So good.
No, not that
I
one.
know I could hear him as crazy from Johnny.
That's not crazy. First of all, this is true, okay? And I have to inform this, like, if anyone like is new to commentary, like with me, like David Garfinkel, right? When he joined the CDC like booth this year, he would talk at his normal volume in the other room when darts weren't going on, and everyone would stop and look at him like shut up. But he's only speaking at the same volume as everyone else. It's because his voice now is noticeable, right? Our voices are now going to carry further to more people because they're used to it. They're like, and that's just part of it. And it sucks because I just want to be quiet sometimes and just can't.
No, I'm always loud. That's like a notorious thing about me. I don't talk quiet. I believe I one time tried to whisper and it didn't work. Much like this time for Corey Beck, because he does a full step off the line.
He did a little
dosey. Felt like he saw an opportunity. Well, I mean,
he got death stared at too. Did you see that?
No.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Come on,
do it."
She was pep talking him right there. But again, this leg is unimportant. Like, it is important, as all of them are, but it's way more important to John Edwards than it is to Corey Beck. And John does get it done.
Better. Well, here's the thing. Is that so? Okay, that's John obviously has someone out from here to get the hopes turned around.
Wait,
Corey,
is that what's supposed to happen now?
And we go for speed.
Sorry, you go
ahead.
We're going to
start from there. No, we're going to start from there. We're going to take it back from the very, very top. We'll go ahead and count us in.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series third place match. Sean Green joined by Nick Durachi Teixeira, my partner in comms for this evening. Nick, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend.
Yeah, relativity. No, I'm looking forward to seeing this great matchup tonight between these guys.
You son of a...
Sorry, your mic cut out. What'd you say?
I said, you son of a...
No, it's still happening.
Boom goes the dynamite for John Edwards, saved by the boom once again. And this is the start that John Edwards needs, obviously, at this point in time, because he has to win every other remaining leg.
And the loss of the last leg for Corey was not a case of finish line-itis. He started off just fine. He just slowed down a little bit towards the end of that leg. I don't expect him to show that in both of these legs. He might lose this one. He might win this one. If he wins this, it's over. But if he loses, that was a great statement, Nick.
He might win. He might lose. One of those things is going to happen, though. And do we want to restart one more time, or
yeah. Count us in, Will. Count us
and
in.
Seed.
It's not a count.
All right, John has given himself this opportunity early in this leg. Can he make it count? When do you switch off the 17s? Is it after the first start, so you ensure they close on the 20s? I don't think so, because the 18s are his honeypot.
Yeah, but you can't play honeypot. You have to play statistics. I don't like this unless you hit it. I don't like that. Here's the thing. You have to play the odds there. Get that guaranteed 5. If you're going to take a 1 dart close of the 20, that's fine. Except again, you're letting Corey rally on everyone's favorite number. Does it hurt? It doesn't. It was a wise decision, but it was a risky play that I don't think you can afford to take at that very moment.
Well, it could have been a $500 decision, right? And that's every 3 darts now That's got to feel like. But he does exactly what he needed to do. 7-7, 9-5 has been his 4 rounds in this leg so far. And Corey, the 18's a lot tougher to hit after those first 2.
Well, this might be now. This is starting to look a lot more like finish line-itis to me. This is starting to look like, hey, I know I have the throw, I know I'm on match point, and this is absolutely stepping off at the wrong time.
To me, this is just John Edwards is whooping my behind right this second.
Yeah, but I mean, again, the lack of closing on the 18 lets John get a second number up. So even though this turn was only a 3 mark, that 3 mark is absolutely monumental.
Yeah, but watch this 9.
Well, but okay, he hits the 9. You're still 2 numbers and points up. This is John. If he can, and if John wins this leg, the match isn't over.
I agree. That's a good point. That is a great point. I did not think about, honestly, up until this moment. 6-2 currently in this one for John Edwards. If he makes it 8-7, I'm just going to say, smart people this evening did say 9-7, Corey Beck. And it wasn't me, but I did say that too. So we'll see what happens.
But this is such good play from John. The 6.33, this is the type of thing where, again, when the other guy's struggling, you really make him feel it. This is absolutely a class leg. He needs to do it twice in a row. You need to have this excellence twice in a row. Clean this up. 2 darts. Do it with confidence.
And 3 is just fine. He wanted to point a little bit more. I get it.
Well, yeah, it's a statement.
Keeps it now out of reach.
It does add a bull.
I know. It makes it 6 bulls. Don't even help. It's a really smart dart.
Jokes aside, though, this is a good moment there. Is that dart? We didn't need that guy anyways.
That guy.
Don't worry about that little guy.
That little guy needs to get ready for the next leg.
So John's going to go ahead and punch this through, brings it back to 1, and this is where it all matters. He's broken the throw here. He needs to do this again. He needs to do it right here, right now, not only for the sake of his own tail in this match, but to have that momentum going into the last leg decider. That's his route. That's his way out of this. And Corey, don't do anything fancy. You just need to focus on defense. You need to focus on consistent 3-dart collects. You need to focus on 5s instead of 4s. You need to focus on 7s instead of 6s.
I mean, Nick, John needs to win this leg to take us to a last leg decider.
Relativity.
Look, I don't need your sass back, okay? I like it, though. You can keep doing it. 5 mark opening from Corey was not enough in the last leg. What are the averages at? I have a feeling that John has a massive average lead.
It's not massive. John's at a 4.69 and Corey's at a 4.59. So it's a 0.1 difference. I would call it pretty within the margin of error right now as far as the spread.
Boom goes the dynamite. John Edwards starts off with a 9 once again. This is how he wins this match. I mean, if he throws his best darts right here, there's nothing Corey can do besides do the same thing. And you mentioned it. Getting across the finish line is somewhat difficult. And if you took a little step off the gas pedal, John can surpass here with that momentum.
And look at the way Corey's darts are missing. That's the biggest telltale sign. If he's hitting wires and barely missing out, that's fine. But he's having darts go a little bit wider than you would typically expect and how they were going at the start of this match. This whole second half has been a little bit of a slog for him in comparison to what he was doing earlier. And John, this second half has been what he wishes first half always was.
Huge third dart to get the 20s closed.
Well, the trusty 18 show true. That first start makes it way harder. And that makes it almost impossible.
He'll find a way through it, but it'll be only to get a single because it did kiss hard off there. And you saw the snatch of the darts. It's the second time we've seen that from Corey. Now, sometimes it's a nice flex because you got a nice grouping there, but I don't think that's the case in this position, as John is now taking control of the momentum, and he's not letting up.
That last start, you knew he really wanted it to go ahead and push this a little bit further out of reach. This is John's leg to lose now. This is absolutely John legs to lose. And we talked about how heavy this has been favoring Corey, how likely it was that John was not going to get out of it. But he has somehow found the path to say this is still possible. It is neck and neck right now, nothing separating except that going first advantage for Corey, holding on to John 6 going second.
Man, what a time for this. He stays there for all of them. He is going to hammer home the high ground now. Another 9 mark on the 19s. 16 for the evening. That got me over the over of my prediction, which was 14.5. It's getting closer to yours, which is annoying. But Corey Beck does get rid of the 19s on Dart 3 because he's tired of that honeypot.
Yeah, but it's also... it's not conceding the leg, but it means that John can John with a good time shot here can end this leg. He can end this. A 9 mark here ends this leg and sends us to a last leg decider. A 6 mark almost does that.
Well, we're going to see if it almost did it. I agree with you, by the way, because even a 9 mark from Corey, unless it's trip 16, trip 16, trip 15, I don't see this doing anything but going the distance, which, listen, right now, who's the pressure mostly going to be on in this last leg decider if it does go to the distance?
Corey. Absolutely. John has got it figured out now. He's figured out what was going on with this throw. He's figured out his confidence, and Corey is now thinking the same thing John was thinking when looking at a larger scale. John was thinking, I had the seat within my grasp. I had this match as a favor going in, and now it's slipping away. That's what he was thinking at the beginning. Now Corey's thinking, I was in pole position to win this match, and I win this position so many times, and it's getting away from me. It's eating more at Corey now than it is John.
And Corey has had a couple legs in the 3s here back to back, and that's the other concerning part of that. Now it will be Corey going first in the diddle. John did win the diddle going second. Corey only got 60 points total. This is going to be the most important diddle of the season.
Couldn't agree more. It all comes down to one rally cry here. Corey Beck needs to pull out all the stops, all the things he had going for him earlier in the night, needs to figure out what he was doing there and do it now. And John, he needs to just keep doing what he's doing. He's figured it out. It's clicked again.
And you could see Corey was actually corn fuzzled there.
Is that a real word? Is that like
no.
a pretend word?
Pretend.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, you knew what I meant, and that's why it's a good one.
That's because we're soul bonded, John. I always know what you're thinking.
I really hope that's not actually true. Corey is going to step up here. And this is just, yeah, he's still, wow.
Yeah, these misses are not tight. This is looking like a potential collapse that you have to stop. It is not over. Just because this is going to a last leg decider, you can have one good diddle and it's your throw. You can have one good start. It could be your leg. Uh-oh. Let's go in both directions.
There we go. All right, Nick. This is a huge potential comeback. It was 8-5. Corey Beck now 8-8.
Yeah, what an incredible
spoiler this
moment
would be.
Well, it was Corey's Beck match the whole time with John not throwing his first leg above a 5 till leg 11. This was always going to be Corey's match in every universe with that, except for this version right here where he starts to dip off a 3-1-3 and then a 2-8-9. He needs to course correct right here, right now.
Oh, my goodness.
My goodness.
That last start might help, but the guy who is looking to see who they're going to play is right behind Corey in the green and white. That's Brett Hollanday, waiting to see who wins this leg to take him on in the finals. John wants redemption. This is a huge dart here. And he missed it. Corey Beck gets the start at a 68.
Can Corey use that as his launch pad? Can he rally? This is the leg that decides everything. This is where you get to define your own destiny. And I love John's confidence. He never thought it was going to get to the last leg decider. That's why he just ran out of credits. He has to put more in real quick.
Look at that. Brett Hollanday hyping up his partner right now. This is not his opponent in this moment. This is his partner.
Absolutely.
He wants Corey to get the job done here. He wants that All Legends final. And Corey, I like the fact that he's taking his time. The fact that he won that diddle means that he knows he doesn't have to be perfect, and that might be exactly what he needs.
A good stack on the dart. It's still another 4-mark open. That's the darts that he normally collects on. That dart was inviting, but this is where pressure and nerves run crazy. This is where it makes sense to be a little bit safer with your shot selection until you get into that right moment.
John's 8 for 8 on 19s to start off the last 3 legs, and he hits another 9-mark to start it. Boom goes the dynamite. 3 legs straight of a 9-mark on the 19s to start off the leg. Wow.
One of the most incredible rally cries that we have ever seen from someone facing a position like this. Reminds me so much of when we saw Ram fight back against Mike from his 8-5 down position, falling just shy in that last leg decider. But this seems to be a different story being told. This seems to be John Edwards taking control after the whole night of being thrashed around on the dartboard.
He's going to move off that number. Yep, gets rid of the 20s. He's going to go to the 18s. Because he was blocked out hard on the 17s.
It's a good collective. Forces Corey here to try to find 7 or more.
Yeah. 7 or more gets him right back in this, though.
But they're just not
Those
convincing.
18s
These starts are floating. Good last. Needed it.
This is where you just need the front of your chair and probably a seatbelt. I almost stood up at the start of this and I was like, nope. I forgot that it's not Nick on the controls. It's Will, and Will's meaner than Nick would be.
Trip 17 for 2 18s here. And now you're going to stay on these 17s. Don't give Corey a free shot.
Only 3.
That's the best case scenario. That's the best case scenario for Corey right now.
Corey's still got to settle in and do it, though, because, again, like you mentioned, these singles are not close to the triples. That was I like the third dart because I know, but it's because John has killed the low ground so much. That's why Corey took out the 19s way early in this leg, and it's paid off so far. I'm okay, especially because I know that John is going to stay on points. There's no way he looks at my 18s.
I disagree. I think he takes a swing, right? If he gets that go-ahead, he's going to try to steal the base. He's not getting the go-ahead. Now he's going to stay. Now there is no way he looks. Dead even score.
Oh,
this is nervy, and the dart misses wide.
4-5 playing a 4-5.
This is anybody's game. One big round defines who wins this at this point. One more 9-mark, one more 8-mark can define who gets this title in the third place and goes on to the finals.
Right now, this is sheer willpower from both players, whoever wins this leg.
Or as Will just calls it, power.
Going to 15s.
Good bail.
Stay right there. Yep.
Good collect. Keeps it alive. The dreams are not over.
Huge 6. Corey again trying to turn those dreams into nightmares.
That can correct. You can play off that dart. He does. You can see clicks right off the barrel. Last one floats
take
just
the 4.
a little bit. Yeah, after the first, you'll take it every time. Who hits the big shot? They're both just one round away. I'll keep saying it till the cows come home. Back and forth.
Corey back up to the 18s. And that's a huge start. He's going 6. Oh, he goes back up. Big 7. That might be the 7 mark that was needed. Is there one 9 mark left in John Edwards' repertoire? 8 mark.
He certainly would like to find it. He certainly needs it right now. He goes for the 8 or stays on the 16 for 9. In either case, you need all 3 to hit the triple segment. First one finds it on the 16. Second one finds it. Do you stay?
He does.
He does.
Wow. Wow.
My goodness. Corey does go ahead and get a dart at the 16.
And
he nails it right back.
Holy goodness, man. As shaky as it was early, a 5.43 playing a 5.0 now. John's back is against the wall.
36 points. Close the 18. Close the bowl. You got to get something going here. 2 bowls doesn't feel like enough. Corey Beck can go ahead and save his skin, save face, and go on to play Brett Holiday in the finals with 3 bowls. One more.
What a finish. Oh my goodness. Nick, that is a standing O. And the bows that they both just did right there, warranted, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was absolutely an incredible performance there from John at the tail end of the match. He got it all together. He was taking advantage of the opportunities. And then after back and forth moments, Corey snaps back to reality right before it's too late. And John is going to be thinking, man, I had my opportunities. But Corey's going to think, man, I'm glad I got away with that one at the end.
That's exactly right. Corey's going to think, I got lucky to get that job done at the end. He's going to be proud of that last leg, as he should. John should be proud of the last 4 legs. I mean, for him to go 9 mark on the 19th, 9 mark on the 19th, 9 mark on the 19th to start off those last 3 legs, that it almost is like, I don't want to retire now type of like a finish to a season. You know what I'm saying? Like it really like almost is like a momentum. Like I can't stop now. I just fell 1 bullseye short, 2 bullseye short of doing what I wanted to do. Like I got to come back for season 10 now, right?
Well, it was like what I mentioned, like, again, that 8-5 position. What I loved to see about every bit of that is that John knew that he had the darts still in him, and he pulled it back together. He really did get himself going. And then Corey, after a couple scares, does go ahead and hold out on top. We will have a 2-time champion. Will it be Brett Holiday? Will it be Corey Beck? And we're going to have our first ever in-person finals of a CSC Challenger Series. This is incredible stuff, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Legends is turning into the legendary place in Minnesota for champions of Division II of the CSC Challenger Series. Who is it going to be? Brett Holiday, Corey Beck? We are going to find out that answer, at least the first part of that answer, maybe next Wednesday. But Nick, Monday, we get our 4th rendition of Ram versus Mike. Mike has a 2-1 lead in that. How does this one finish, man?
I think the best part about it is that we get to watch it unfold. No spoilers, no script. This is all unwritten, and it's new territory once again. And yes, you might say we've seen Mike and Ram before, but every time they play, something different happens. Something exciting, something crazy. I already hired the Streakers to come back to Mike's bar. I'm so excited to see every bit of what's about to happen in this finals week here, heading into week 10 of season 9.
I forgot all about the butt cheeks.
The start of the season.
From the start of the season. Man, what a season 9 has been. And again, hats off to John Edwards. 3rd place finish, I know I know the start's going to frustrate you. The way you finished though, man, congratulations. Like that was awesome. And I think anyone that is a fan of yours enjoyed every second of that last 3 legs. And then for Corey, again, digging deep. That final is going to be fantastic between 2 very scrappy players who are friends off the board. They're usually friends on the board, but next week there's going to be a good rivalry going on.
And I just want to state this. John, of course, we already talked about how he's a class individual, but John is saying, way to hold it together, buddy. Great darts. The first message in the player chat. I love to see the sportsmanship and respect, unlike what Will and Sean have been treating me with tonight.
I have been perfectly fine. In fact, there have been times where I've been nicer to you than I should have been. And on that note, I'm going to turn this way instead of facing the wall. Nick, it was a pleasure, my friend. Will,
I'm looking up at you because I'm in hell.
Wow. All right. Well, in that case, while you're down there, have an absolutely wonderful evening, guys. And we will see you guys on Monday. Bye.